we've got to protect this arm. This is what we're going to do. Going down to the gym, I might see if she can do some wheelchair mobility to get down there. You know, maybe prop the left side up, see if she can do the hemi technique with her right leg and arm to roll, and then get down on the gym, because I want to get her off of this bed onto something firm. So hopefully we'll go down and transfer her to the mat. Going to the mat, because we went toward the left side, when we get to the mat, I'd probably have her go to the right side and see how that goes. I'll have more help down there. So then I could elevate the mat, get her sitting at the side, and then maybe give her something like, all right, a lot of times I'll take the wheelchair and turn it backwards, let her hold on to the handles and see if she can push forward. Can we do anything? And then maybe try to stand. It just kind of depends. Work on some bed mobility, because you talk to nursing and say, man, they're having a hard time rolling over. You know, she went to the bathroom twice last night. She was on the bedpan. It was max assist for her to roll. You know, and then hopefully in a couple of days she gets safe enough to where she can go to a drop arm bedside commode, and you can talk to a nurse and this is what we're doing. I want you to do it this way, and show them, and then they can do it. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better. But you want to get her to where she can transfer, get in and out of the bed, and then maybe start thinking about a card transfer, because hopefully she's got somebody at home that can help her and do some physical transfers and things like that. From day one, give them information on a ramp. You know, start thinking about, I always tell the family, worst case scenario, ramp, making sure the wheelchair would go through all the doors that she needs to get to. Because I always tell them, I would rather you be too prepared than not prepared enough. Because you train all the way up, and then magically on discharge day, the family's like, I don't know that we can do it. You know, really, we've been doing this for 2 weeks. You said you could. That kind of thing.
Did y'all see where he was positioned right in front of me, and how I was leaning on his shoulder? I felt secure. That's one way. And then when he had me go under his arm, that's really, I felt secure there too.
But one thing, like especially in acute care stuff, if you're doing transfers, you're going to have people that are going to be on thin-air beds and inflatable beds and all that kind of stuff. You scoot them out to the edge, that's a very unsafe place. So one thing you always want to be in front of, because the worst thing in the world is she falls over on the side of the bed, or she falls backwards, or she gets in the chair. You don't want her sliding forward. But even if she scoots forward and I've got her, I'm still have a knee, and I've got her far enough forward that I have her. With a hospital gown and stuff, it's a little bit harder to hold on to. You might have to push a belt, kind of get over. But I'm a big fan of using the draw pads and that stuff that's underneath them, because then she can scoot forward and I've got something to hold on and get her over.
And if you see, he has my head go the opposite direction of where my butt is going to go. If my head goes this way, it offloads my butt this way, so that you can move.
And that's great if you think she's going to be a long-term sliding board candidate. You know, you get somebody who's the paraplegic or whatever. That's the thing, you want to train them to lean that way so they can get the board under. A lot of times I'll cross their leg and teach the family to get them over. So once they get over, they can put that board underneath and then get their foot down, and then they can help them get in. Not anything you can do.
Questions? Something, yeah.
So, in this situation where she's completely flaccid, and you were blocking her knee, did we leave any extra space there in this situation too?
I always leave a little bit just because I don't want to push her back, but I want enough, you know, getting out of the bed, a lot of times I'm a lot more cautious than in the gym, because if I'm here and the sheets are slick or whatever, I'd rather be too cautious, because the worst case thing is Keith comes up and says, you know what, that transfer didn't look the greatest. Why did you do it that way? And you can say, well, she was max assist. I was worried about her sliding off at the edge, that kind of stuff. As long as you can give good rationale, that's great. But it's going to be the same thing with patients. The patient's going to say, why aren't we walking yet? Why aren't we doing this? And you can say, well, you know what, you're really weak. I want to work on getting you sitting up nice and tall and standing tall before we walk, and this is why. As long as you can, and doctors are going to say, why aren't you doing that? You know, I saw on your note that they're still max assist plus 2. They were max assist plus 2 last week. What's wrong? You know, as long as you can defend what you're doing and have good rationale, as long as it makes sense to you and your supervising therapist and the patient, that's good. It's just planning it out, because with her, I would not want to get her sitting on the edge of the mat or edge of the bed, and she's pushing over, and I'm here.